Hi, it's Justice Bill coming to you with another video. I'm currently in my room, and I don't know where this came to me when I was working last night, and I just wanted to get it out there. So this one is, hold on. So it is how to stand in your power as a woman, male, whatever, whoever wants to take the advice, take the advice. If you want to take this advice and criticize it, you can do that too. It's a free world. It's your amendment right, freedom of speech. But anyway, step one, get rid of outdated beliefs. Get rid of any beliefs that wasn't yours to begin with. Your mother's belief, your father's belief, your sister's belief, your brother's belief, your uncle, your aunties, whoever beliefs that aren't yours naturally, get rid of them. And go back to when you was a child and you believed you could do anything. Shit, you believed probably as a child you could fly with a bird, just soaring. Go back to that. Get rid of all outdated beliefs. And it can be as simple as something or as stupid as you need a rich man, thug man, take it, whatever it is to take care of you and your kids. Get rid of it. If it's a belief that you have to stay home, not do nothing, raise the kids, get rid of that belief, especially if it's not yours, not part of your own dreams. We'll get to that because that goes along with the point of knowing who you are. Or if it's a belief such as something as simple as this, because I like to work out, that you're a woman, you're not supposed to lift weights. Get rid of it. Because every outdated belief that isn't yours sets limitations on what you could become. And you have to understand at this point in life, whatever age you are, there is no limitations to what you can become and who you can become. You understand? None at all. Get rid of all outdated beliefs. Point two, lead by example. A lot of y'all want to argue, y'all want to fight. Y'all want to over-explain who you are and why you do what you do and what you got. You don't need to do that no more. A long time ago, my mother told me a woman is supposed to be seen and not heard. And back then, that really pissed me off. And it pissed me off simply because it was like I was just supposed to sit there and look pretty, not speak up for myself, not do for myself, just sit there and look pretty alongside the person I want to date and people I want to date as a woman. I'm not gonna sit there and look pretty. No, I'm gonna speak up for myself. You're gonna know who I am. You're gonna know who I am. I'm gonna say what I gotta say, do what I gotta do. Period. Which brings me to this. Speak on it one time, then let your actions speak for you. That's it. That's all. Now, point three. Know who you are. When you know who you are, that means no one in this world can take you from you. Meaning that whether it's a relationship, whether it's family, whether it's a job, when you know who you are, you know where you will not go. Shit, if you cannot swim, you know you're not finna go out in the world in the ocean swim with the sharks. If you know you're afraid of dogs, are you gonna go near a dog? If you know you ain't want to jump off the bridge, would you jump? Know who you are. And it can be as simple as the way you walk, the way you talk, the way you dress, the way you do your hair, how you do your eyebrows. And that right there goes into self-love too. Because when you love yourself, you act it out. It becomes a part of you. It just becomes like confidence. You wear it. You wear it as if like I'm that beat. If that's what you want to call yourself, or I'm that queen, I'm that goddess. Know who you are. Because when you know who you are, the person that comes to you will be more intrigued to get to know you. Which brings me to my next point. Validation. Understand you don't need validation from no one. No one. At this point, become Alicia Keys. No one. You don't need validation, period, point blank. The only validation and support you'll ever need is from yourself. Now, as a woman who likes women, I can tell you this. A woman who knows herself is more attractive than a woman who don't. A woman that can be easily manipulated is a woman that you keep on the side. You keep that's a side piece. You keep that woman around because you know you can tell her anything and she's gonna jump for you. That is a woman you don't see her as nothing. That's why there's mains out here. Because the main woman is not gonna do what the side woman's gonna do. The side woman is just like a little ego nudge. A little level up. A woman you can call on when you need money. A woman you can call on to get a meal. A woman you can call on to use her car. A woman you can call on to watch the kids. Shit like that. You know what I mean? That don't make you attractive. Actually, that makes you an object. A usable, or a handy fucking object. That's what that makes you. Validation, you don't need it. And I see a lot of y'all, for instance, just an example, I'm not no shade to no one, because it is sexy when you do it, but when a motherfucker just, because when a person is courting you and they courting you right and they looking at you, if you come outside with revealing clothes, first thing person on their mind, they just thinking they want to have sex with you. Most times. But what you want a person to be thinking is, damn, that woman just really know who she is. Like, she out here stunting. Like, she is flawless. Like, I could tell that you want the person that's trying to court you to be scared to come up to you. Because they want to, like, for real, like, for instance, I want a woman, like, just make me scared to come up to you. I want a woman that just make me want to sit back, think, watch, and observe shit. If it's for 2 weeks, I'll watch and observe, just so I can know, like, for instance, I currently have a crush on somebody, let that girl know and all that, we doing our little thing, but before I was able to come up to her, I had to understand, like, what I learned from her, her behavior, her demeanor is like, she knows she beautiful. So if I come up to her, tell her she beautiful like everybody else, she gonna look at me like, okay, Ann, what else is you bringing to the table? That's what you want. She didn't need none of that type of validation. What she really wanted was somebody to show her how beautiful she is. Okay, I'm beautiful, Ann. What did you bring to the table other than constantly telling me I'm beautiful? If that's all you got, then you can get out my face. See, now, validation, it don't do much. But for a person who is seeking attention, which you can go, if you watch I think it's 5 ways to play the game of chess with the enemy. Watch that video so you can understand what I'm saying. It's point 3 that I talk about, where it's called aim for the center. And aiming for the center is when you realize that the majority of the people out here is seeking attention, clout. If you think I'm lying, go to Facebook. How many people put their problems up there? How many people post pictures just so they can get a like? Instagram. We all know that this is in our face, regardless if you want to see it or not. That's what validation is. So when you seek attention, you do anything to keep that attention and seek it. You know what I mean? And a real person will look at you like, yeah, you don't know, you really don't have too much experience out here in life. If that's all you seeking, it's so much more that you can bring to the table than just your looks. So you don't need validation from no one. Me telling you that you look good shouldn't make your day. That's what I'm saying. You should just already know you look good. You know you look good for you and you only. You know you get up and you wash your face, you brush your teeth, you do all the natural things you need to do. That's called self-love, because you feel good. When you look good, you smell good, you feel good. And it radiates. It's like a cologne. It just attracts the right people to you. And it scares them off too. But you have to understand, people that you scare off because you don't need their validation is the people who's going to work the hardest for you. Become the main, not the side. And if you are the side, or you're the main and you're dealing with somebody who has a side, let that shit go. Which brings me to point 5, my last and final point, which is know your emotions and know your mindset. When you know your emotions, you know what makes you tick. When you know your mindset, you know people can't come in playing mind games with you. That means that, for instance, what I see, what I have dealt with lately is desperate women. The women that scare me off. You know, when you scare me off, I'll do anything to ignore you. Or if I know I can use for something, then I'll use you. Become that spare tire. You become that spare tire that I just, use every once in a while to get my way. Like I was talking about in the beginning previously. But, sorry, but when you know your mind set, then I can't come in and show you love and buy you gifts and, do the old natural, all that regular stuff that I know you probably want and need, and then know that you're just going to give it up. Give me some. Just like that. Based off the fact that I showed you a little attention, a little care, a little validation, a little love, the things that you were missing. That's a little desperate. You don't want to become desperate. When you know your mindset, nobody can take you from your path, which is knowing who you are. When you know your mindset, you're just not going to accept any employment. You know what I mean? When you know your mindset, you can get paid $10 an hour but still love your job because you have a passion for it. When you know your mindset, you can love other people for their insecurities, their flaws, their mistakes. You can love them when you know your mindset, because then that's when you get to know who you are and you know your mindset. And I'm going to keep saying it because a lot of y'all don't have a mind. What y'all have is belief systems of the next person, what they believed about you, what you couldn't be, and all of that. And they seen. You wear it like clothes. Weakness can be seen. That's why predators who want to take, use, or and abuse you come up to you. That's why you attract the same thing, because you're not in this essence of, I love myself. You know what I mean? When you love yourself, you scare off those people. You want to be in that mindset that I can do whatever I put my mind to. You know what I mean? And it's sexy. It's just like cologne. Like I keep saying it because all these points flow right into each other. That's what I'm talking about. They're the 5 biggest things. And emotions. Whatever makes you tick. If you don't know what makes you tick, go back to your childhood. Or go back to the time when you recalled yourself getting your heart broken or being hurt by someone or something that happened in your life. That's something that making you tick. If it still makes you tick to the day, like if it's 5 years old, if it was when you were 6 or whenever it was, and it still hurts you to this day, you haven't dealt with it. That means that, say I was dating you and I said something about it, like for instance, such and such broke your heart because they cheated. Then that means that I know that if I cheat on you, I'm going to get you to that same point. I can hurt you. And I'm not even going to lie, it's evil people in this world today that would know what somebody did to you in the past and do it again because they know they can. This is why you do not trauma bond with the next person. Everything the last person did was a learning lesson. That means you don't have to go to the next person speaking on it. The only time you speak on what happened to you in the past is when it's the right person and you will know. That's why when you develop your mindset, you'll know who is standing in front of you. Some people are just like glass. You see right through them. Those are the people you don't tell shit about yourself. Again, I'm going to reference this video again. Go watch the 5 ways to play the game with the enemy, because that is point 1. And point 1 is to collect the most pieces, which is learning how not to speak so much on yourself, but learning to give half truths of what already happened to you, what you've already dealt with, that can no longer hurt you. Give that to that person, because you're going to realize that when you're speaking to people and you're getting to know people, that's what you do, especially in courting, especially in friendships. When you're trying to build a friendship, you will learn that when you're speaking to these people, you're trying to get to know each other. And if they do something wrong or they try to cross you, what the main thing they're going to throw back in your face is the things you already told them. Because a lot of y'all tell too much information. But anyway, I'm not blaming you or throwing shade towards no one. But get to know your emotions. Try to heal them the best way you can. understand them. And a simple analogy that you can always remember is learn your lesson, study during hibernation, and reemerge with the new education of what you've learned. And do not under any circumstances put your past on the next person. Always enter your new relationships with the mindset of with a new slate. Everybody has a new slate until they show you something different. Then whatever that person is showing you, believe them to move on. That's called leading by example. Because people only learn when you walk away from them. When you do too much talking and constantly nagging at them, what they're gonna look at, they're gonna see you as irritating. You become a nagging ass parent that nobody wants to deal with. Walk away. Because people know what they do to you. They just choose not to admit that they know. Or choose not to give you a sorry or a closure. They know what they do. But anyway, this video is becoming too long. It's at 16 minutes. Simply, this is how you stand in your power. Step 1, get rid of all outdated beliefs that aren't yours. Step 2, lead by example. Speak on it one time and let your actions speak for you. Step 3, know who you are. When you know who you are, no one can take you away from yourself. Step 4, understand you do not need validation or even support. The only validation you need comes from yourself. When you need validation from other people, it makes you really unattractive. Step 5, understand your emotions and your mindset. Understand your emotions by knowing what makes you tick. And this is very important. Understand your mindset. Understand who you are, where you're going, how you're going to attempt to get there. Because we don't always know. We just know we want to get there. We know who we want to be. And we take the steps to get there. When you know who you are, and you know your mindset, then you can start walking towards your ultimate goal, whatever it is. If you want to become a human Bratz doll, you will make a way. Believe it in the mind first, and the body will follow. The mind is the most powerful thing. If it's not strengthened, it can be easily broken. Again, this is Justice Blue, coming to you with another video, close to the world and to you. Learn your lessons, study during hibernation, and reemerge with that new education.